Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can do exactly what I'm doing here, which is solo mining to my own node, which is running on a Raspberry Pi 5, and it cost me about $160. And the device that I'm talking about here is this little guy right here that I got on Amazon. It was called the Raspberry Pi 5 by Canikit, and it was the 8 gigabytes of RAM version, and it came with this case and the cord to connect to your monitor and everything like that. But this little guy is running a Kaspa node, which then allows me to also run the bridge and connect my miners to it so that I can solo mine and not be reliant on any pools, and also find some blocks that may contain some fees in there that make the block reward way higher than the default block subsidy that you normally get. So let's go ahead and get straight into this. All right, so I created a GitHub repository README file that actually gives the complete guide of how to do this in the terminal, because there's going to be a lot of commands that you need to copy and paste into your terminal. So I'm going to be following this, and the link will be down below so that you can also take a look at this. But this is how to solo mine Kaspa with the Raspberry Pi 5. What you will need is a Raspberry Pi, of course, and you can get the one by Canikit. You don't have to buy this version, but this comes with everything and is the one I purchased. There's a good video here that shows you how to set up the Pi 5 after receiving it. And then also, of course, you need an ASIC that mines K heavy hash. And then in this video, you're going to learn how to download Go, download Rust, download Git, and download the Kaspa Stratum Bridge plus Kaspa NG. So the first thing we're going to do is download Go. So you're going to just click this link right here, and then it's going to direct you to this website where you're going to want to scroll down and make sure that you download the arm64.tar.gz. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and it's going to download that to my Raspberry Pi. And then gonna go back over here and head back to my GitHub, and then we're gonna go ahead and just open the terminal. And then the first thing we're gonna want to do is put cd download. So I'm like that, and then that's gonna put us into our download directory. Then you just want to copy this next command here, and pretty much you're just gonna want to follow exactly what I'm doing, just copying each command and pasting it into the terminal. So it says here it should show you the file you just downloaded within your download directory. Now let's unpack the file with this command. And so what you do is paste it, and then you're going to want to go back and make sure you change wherever there is X's, you change it to the version number that this is currently. So it'll be 1.23.4. And then once you change that, you can go ahead and click enter. After you unpack it, you're going to want to copy this command down here and then paste that also into your terminal. You should get something that matches exactly what you're seeing here in the terminal and the picture here on GitHub. And then you're going to want to go ahead and just copy and paste this next command. This should return go fmt, which is exactly what I got right here. Next, you're going to want to paste this nano command. And once you paste this nano command, it's going to give you a page that looks something like this that you're going to be able to edit. And what you're going to want to do is scroll all the way to the bottom and make sure that it looks exactly like this, that I have it already. But over here, you may or may not have this line already in your Raspberry Pi, export path $home. You might already have this line, but where the blue arrow is where you need to put the $path command. So I have both of these commands already in the GitHub here, so you can copy and paste the $path, and then you can copy and paste the $home, and make sure that it is in the correct order, with $home being first and then $path being there. And then once you put those two there, you're just gonna hit Control Save. And then once you hit Control Save, you're going to want to reboot your Raspberry Pi. And then once you reboot your Raspberry Pi and open a new terminal here, when you put the command go version, it should actually give you a version number. So I'm going to go ahead and put go version, and you're going to see that it says go version Go 1.23.4. And then at that point, you have now successfully installed Go. So the next thing we're going to do is download Rust. So to download Rust, we're going to go ahead and just copy and paste a couple of these commands here. So I'm just going to do the sudo apt update and then the sudo apt upgrade. Once this is finished, you're going to want to copy and paste this command right here. Then install the next one, which can take 5 to 10 minutes on this command. All right, once that's done, you're going to see a line here that says Rust is installed now. Great. And then to verify that you have Rust installed, go ahead and copy this command right here, rust c and then -- version. And then once you paste that in, you should actually get a Rust version. And as you can see, I get Rust C 1.83.0. All right, step 3 is to download Git. So this is just going to be the same like all the other ones. Just go ahead and start copying and pasting all the commands for Git. And so we're going to paste that sudo apt install Git. And then after you do that, you're simply just going to want to check that you have Git installed by just pasting that Git version, and you should see a version. And there you have it, have Git version 2.39.5. So step 3 is pretty easy to download Git. All right, now we're going to go into the core of what you need here, which is first off the Kaspa Stratum bridge. Now, because some users do have Gold Shell miners, we will be downloading the bridge under the Gold Shell branch to ensure the bridge works with all miners. Please make sure your miners are updated to the latest version as well. And then the first thing we're going to do is clone the repository for Gold Shell. So I'm going to copy and paste this command here, paste and enter. And then it's going to go ahead and load this up for me. Next, you're going to want to cd into the Kaspa Stratum bridge. So I'm going to go ahead and paste this command in. Then next, you're going to want to make sure that you're on the Gold Shell branch. And then you're going to do that by running this command, git checkout Gold Shell. Once you hit enter, it should say switched to a new branch, Gold Shell. Next, you're going to enter this command, cd/Kaspa bridge. And then after that, you're just going to copy and paste the go build command. And then this will basically just build the Gold Shell branch into your Raspberry Pi. Once that's downloaded, you're just going to copy and paste this command, which will actually start your bridge. Hit enter here, and then there you go. The bridge is now started. And so anytime you want to start your Kaspa bridge, what you need to do is make sure that you cd into this directory specifically. So you would do cd Kaspa Stratum bridge, and then you do cd cmd/Kaspa bridge, and then you will just do /Kaspa bridge, and this will start the bridge every single time. And since it's not fully set up, it's not going to connect to a node or anything like that. But once we download KNG, I'm going to show you guys how to connect the node to KNG and the bridge. All right, and then now step 5 is just to download the Kaspa Rust node. Now I know I had here before to download Kaspa NG, but instead I decided to change this because after further testing, I realized that Kaspa NG just doesn't work the best on a Raspberry Pi 5, and this will actually be a whole lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and click this link right here and head over to the Rusty Kaspa site, and then we're just gonna go ahead and copy and paste all the commands for building on Linux. So I'm just going to click right here, building on Linux, and then open another terminal, and then just simply copy and paste the different commands that need to go here. And then once all this is downloaded, it should start your Kaspa node, and then it should sync to the network and everything. And then you'll be able to connect to your Kaspa bridge, which will then let you connect your miners. All right, so I copied the next command here. I'm just gonna click enter on that. And then we're gonna just copy this already and then open the terminal back here. Just put a Y for yes to continue downloading this. Now we already download Rust, but we can check to see if there is an update by just putting rust up update. Next, we're just gonna install this next command here. All right, that one took about 10 minutes to download. And then we're going to go ahead and install this last one here and just click enter. And then the last command we have to put here is to git clone the rusty Kaspa and then cd into it. And so we're just going to click enter. All right, and then you should be in the rusty Kaspa directory. And then whenever you want to run your node, make sure you do run it with this command at the bottom here that includes the UTXO index. This is important for solo mining. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that here, hit enter, and then it should start to sync your node to the Kaspa network after it downloads everything. It should start the node right after that. All right, and after about half an hour of that downloading, the node started to sync to the network. And so once this starts syncing, you're gonna want to also open up your bridge. And I'm gonna show you an easy way to do that. So you're gonna go to your folder and then you wanna click Kaspa Stratum Bridge. Then you wanna go into CMD. And then right here, you're gonna wanna right click and then click open in terminal. And then from here, you're gonna just wanna put period / Kaspa bridge, enter. And then once you do that, that's how you're going to be able to start the bridge. Now, as you could see here, it's not set up correctly because right here it says local host, and we actually need to change that to the local IP address of the Kaspa nodes. So to update the local host, you're going to want to go into the folder of Kaspa bridge, and then in the config file, you want to double click that and then go to where it says localhost right here. And then you want to remove that and change it to 127.0.0.1. I also want to note that if you are using gold shell miners, you also do want to go in the config file one more time and change this setting right here, the extranence size to 3. You're going to want to change that real quick. So let me go in here and show you guys how to do that. Just want to make sure you guys have all the correct settings so that this should run correctly. So I'm going to go here and change this to 3, click save, and then we're going to be able to go right here, open in terminal again, and run that same command. Kaspa bridge, enter. All right, and then now you should have all the correct settings for this bridge. And then you just need to make sure that your Raspberry Pi is running 24/7, and then the node is running 24/7, and then you'll just go and configure your miners the same way you've done in the past. If you've solo mined in the past, if you have not solo mined before, go and check out this video right here. It says how to solo mine to your own node using KNG on Kaspa. It doesn't matter that you're not using KNG. As long as you have a node running, the configurations are going to be the same for your ASIC miners. So you can check out this video that's on my GitHub. And then if you did appreciate this video, consider donating to this wallet address. Doing so will greatly support the channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. And as always, don't be average, be different.